You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere. This is your WISS Daily News Roundup for Oshkosh Air Support, 98.3 FM and 1100 AM.
For 98.3 and 96.5 WISS News, I'm Terry Barr and I'm in for Lisa Hale. Well, you've probably driven by what's known as Oshkosh Mills Adventure Golf at this area's outlet mall, and you may have been wondering, what's up? Josh and Rachel Holes own Glow in the Park Mini Golf and recently decided to take a chance with the course near the mall. And after thousands of dollars in renovations to the 30-year-old Mini, it's open again. The couple calls it a great course, which just needed a little love. They also remodeled the clubhouse and added an arcade for more fun adventures. If you're still trying to fit more fun in your September, it may be a good time to drive to this area's hot spots. Melissa Kay breaks down the newest report on gas prices.
Average gas prices took a slight dip in Wisconsin, dropping 2.2 cents over the last week. The average on Monday is $2.95 in the state. This is 7.9 cents per gallon higher than a month ago, but over 10 cents lower than this time last year. Prices have been volatile in the Midwest in recent weeks. A refinery in Indiana experienced a temporary outage because of severe weather. With the restart of BP's Whiting refinery, Great Lakes states saw significant relief. The transition to winter gasoline is just a week away for most areas, and OPEC Plus announced an increase in oil production starting in October. This could help keep oil prices lower for longer.
And an area football coach is driving to the field for the 50th year. Bill Vandervelden is considered the longest tenured coach of any sport in Winneconne High School history. He will be celebrated this season, even though Vandervelden says he is not even close to being ready to give it all up. He loves coaching and the kids that much. Congrats, Coach.
There's turbulence ahead for Air Wisconsin employees. The airline has filed a notice with the State Department of Workforce Development, outlining a plan to lay off 127 workers at Appleton International, according to reporting from the Post-Crescent. The layoffs are tied to a potential business shift. If the deal is sealed, layoffs could begin at the end of October. Air Wisconsin laid off hundreds of employees in other rounds earlier this year. The Harlem Globetrotters are turning 100. They're coming to Oshkosh in December, the start of their centennial season tour. They announced their stops yesterday. They'll be at the Oshkosh Arena December 31st. And at the state capitol, Wisconsin Democrats say one of their own colleagues threatened to kill them. Savannah Tomei-Olson reports.
Democratic leaders, including Minority Leader Greta Neubauer and Assistant Minority Leader Kaylin Haywood, say Milwaukee Representative Sylvia Ortiz-Velez threatened to shoot three of her fellow Democrats over disagreements they'd had. That's according to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel. The lawmakers reportedly referred the matter to Capitol Police, and Ortiz-Velez temporarily had her access to the Capitol suspended. At a press conference last week, this is what Minority Leader Neubauer said when she was asked about the situation.
Sylvia Ortiz-Velez informed us that she no longer wished to be a member of our caucus, and per her request, she is no longer a member of the Assembly Democrats, and that's all I'll say on it at this time.
Ortiz-Velez told the Journal-Sentinel that her statements were, quote, poorly worded hyperbole, end quote, and her access to the Capitol has since been restored, according to the State Journal. While she has now left the Democratic caucus, she says she'll remain a Democrat. For Civic Media News, I'm Savannah Tomei-Olson.
And I'm Shali Pittman for 98.3 and 96.5 WISS News. For news anytime, visit WISS.FM.
The Badgers head for Bama. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. College football. The Wisconsin Badgers have a road game Saturday against number 19th ranked Alabama. Kickoff 11 a.m. So how do the players feel about taking on the Crimson Tide? Badgers head coach Luke Fickell.
There's nothing more that you want to do as a competitor than be in the biggest games and the biggest competition out there. And to go to Alabama to play in front of that crowd, to go down there to play, in the SEC country. I think that there's not a guy within our program that isn't say that's one of the reasons why they're here.
NFL, a short week for the Packers. They host the Commanders Thursday night. Packers wide receiver Jaden Reed dealing with a stress fracture in his left foot. I asked how he was doing after Sunday's game against the Lions.
It feels great to win. I'm definitely hurting a little bit, but, thank God we got some time to recover. Put my foot in some ice, and I'll feel better.
Baseball, the Brewers and the Rangers tonight in Texas. Milwaukee losing last night 5-0. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
On your entertainment beat, I'm Pete Schwaba. Last week, I said that summer blockbuster season at the theaters was officially over, but it appears that no one told The Conjuring last rites. Prognosticators guesstimated that the film would pull in roughly $80 million worldwide. The film opened in first place this past weekend, surpassing the predicted amount in the U.S. alone with $83 million and pulled in $187 million worldwide. Good for the third largest opening ever domestically or globally for a horror film. For Warner Brothers, this was their 8th number one opening of the year and the 7th film in 2025 that has opened with a take of more than 40 million, something no studio has ever achieved, according to Deadline. Hamilton opened in limited release and came in second place with 10 million, and it was more horror as Warner Brothers' Weapons came in third place and now has raked in 143 million in 5 weeks. Freakier Friday and Caught Stealing finished in 4th and 5th place, respectively. If you're looking for a documentary that will make your life look pretty boring, check out AKA Charlie Sheen, a new doc that drops on Netflix this week. The Inside Look is a two-parter that explores his 3 marriages, movie career where his credits include Platoon, Wall Street, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and the hit sitcom 2.5 Men. The 60-year-old Sheen also talks about his various addictions, mental health breakdown in 2011 where he claims to have had tiger blood, and his firing from 2.5 Men for drug use. And Sheen is well aware that any time you self-promote with a new movie or book, you do need spicy new material. So the actor is now saying he has also had sex with lots of men, and it all started when he was smoking crack. I tip my hat to the producers who somehow managed to cram all that into just 2 parts. AKA Charlie Sheen drops September 10th on Netflix. Video killed the radio star, but it's also responsible for an award show called the Video Music Awards. 2025's big event took place Sunday night. The night's big video star winners were Lady Gaga, who brought home 4 VMAs, including Artist of the Year, and Ariana Grande, who brought home 3 awards and won the prestigious Video of the Year award for her song Brighter Days Ahead. Ozzy Osbourne, who passed away earlier this year at the age of 76, was honored with a performance by Aerosmith and 2 guys I've never heard of, but I'm sure they're very talented. Sabrina Carpenter also took home 3 awards, and Bruno Mars was a 2-time winner. Mariah Carey performed a special medley, and Ricky Martin won the Video Vanguard Award. The good news is, if you missed the broadcast, that means you didn't have to watch it. Kidding aside, if you're interested, check out the highlights for the VMAs online. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. A beautiful September day on tap with mostly sunny skies with a high near 75. For tonight, mostly cloudy skies, just an isolated shower possible, a low of 58. On Wednesday, plenty of sunshine again, high temperatures in the mid-70s. Right now, it's 57.
That's your WISS Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at WISS.FM. The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.